The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. It's been months since I killed the Empress, but it feels like only seconds ago I heard her yelling for her daughter, Emily. Corvo's face going slack with shock. And somewhere in my head, the outsiders laugh. Come to collect on our debt. Did you ever think you deserved to lose your Empress? That a better man took her life, while you gaped like a fool? Come on, Corvo. Prove me wrong. Damn it.
Sir, Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below. They fought a brave fight. Idiots. Maybe their deaths will teach the living.
The Abbey never changes.
I wonder why their oracles failed to warn them. Does your power ward us, I wonder?
Maybe they saw it and chose not to say anything.
The overseers walk straight up to our gates. I hope we'll have a better plan at Brigmore.
Delilah didn't finish us off while we were down. I never make that mistake.
Dowd blew up a whole slaughterhouse, where we get the whale oil. Won't that irritate the Lord Regent?
Indeed. We could turn Dowd in. Split the reward.
I promised to go quietly.
You did right, sir. That witch had to die.
That witch was twice the fighter you'll ever be. I owe you for this one, Delilah.
Corvo's coming for us, Dowd. And he's got nothing but blood on his mind.
You let me worry about that when the time comes. If it comes.
Send some of us to finish off the Royal Protector. I'd rather face him head on.
We have bigger targets to consider right now. Corvo didn't turn one of our own against us. He didn't send overseers into our backyard. Delilah did.
If Corvo...
Maybe you should do something more useful than standing by this window pissing your pants about Corvo.
As you wish. We'll start again in a minute. Just listen. This business with the witches, there's no pay in it. No prestige.
Don't. Let's go over Dowd's teachings again.
Forget it. Dowd's getting older. He's getting strange. And if no one else will take him on...
Don't even think it. You want to wake up dead?
Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Scared, are you? Witches upriver. Traitors in the ranks. And then there's Dowd, who just killed his own apprentice. A better assassin than you'll ever be. I'd be frightened too.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
I found Lizzy's stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Excellent. Lizzy has enemies inside Coldridge. If we play this right, she'll be begging to do business with us.
Yes, sir. Your tools have been cleaned and placed in the chest over there. I'll wait here until you're ready to leave. After Corvo's escape, it's going to be more difficult to break into Coldridge. They've installed arc pylons, and they're blaring Overseer music over the loudspeakers. Our talents will be suppressed until we get inside.
I have other talents.
Corvo set off an explosion on his way out. Blew out the main gate. They're still rebuilding. Last thing. There's an execution planned in the courtyard. Should draw a lot of eyes away from you.
I could use a laugh.
I've made a mess of the access ways, but it had to be done. If I come back, I'll take it all down.
Somebody will. And they can burn those overseer drapes while they're at it.
Is it time to go, sir?
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself. That after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzy Stride. And Lizzy Stride is in jail.
Lizzy Stride is in there, but we don't know where they're holding her. They're playing overseer music from the loudspeakers. We couldn't get in.
Why the music?
One of their prisoners. A spy caught at Dunwall Tower. The guards have sent for overseers to investigate.
I'll be back with Lizzy Stride. Stay hidden.
The gate still hasn't been repaired.
Who needs a gate? If anyone tries to escape now, they'll be vaporized. Arc pylons, Sokolov's latest.
That's if they're operational. The second you run out of whale oil tanks, you're defenseless, and the prisoner goes straight out to the bridge.
Exactly. Which is why we drained the waterlock. No one survives that fall again.
Still, the Lord Regent won't tolerate another escape. We have to be extra careful.
From custody for gross dereliction of duty and the reasonable suspicion of treasonous conspiracy, I hereby sentence you to death.
They don't hesitate to kill.
Ready. Take aim. Fire! You refuse to pursue Corvo into the sewer complex on the day of his escape. You display cowardice in the face of a national crisis. And I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! Watch Officer Thorpe. You provided Corvo Attano the means of his escape, and have confessed to receiving both money and plague serum in return. For high treason, I hereby sentence you to death.
I know you're here. I know you're somewhere around here. could you save me?
I'm looking for Elizabeth Stride, prisoner. A gang leader out of Drapers' ward.
Stride. Heard she did some damage on the way in. They took her to A21, top level. You can check the logbook in the guard station, between sections C and D. That's all I can do for you. It's little enough, I know. Since Corvo left, all the cells are controlled from one place. You're the first man I've ever seen break into Coldridge. I won't ask your reasons. If you know Lizzy Stride, then you know to be careful around her. I'll just wait for the shift change and make a break.
All cells in Section B are under quarantine until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
What's wrong with me? We're sending 3 men to the firing squad, and no one knows what actually happened.
Didn't they do it?
Hemorrhage Rangers said he chose a bad day to sleep in. Morris lost his nerve at the sewer gates. Neither of them knew anything. They died to satisfy the Lord Regent's office.
And Officer Thorpe?
Thorpe slipped him the key. Everyone knows that. He got weak. They paid him off, but he couldn't tell us who it was. And believe me, he wanted to by the end.
You've seen Corvo train, haven't you? Once he had the key, there was no stopping him. And the way he went off that bridge? How do you stop a man who'll make a jump like that? Like he doesn't care.
Or like he's more than human.
You think he's
I think we played that overseer noise for a reason. I think there's more happening here than any of us know.
It'll be easy, but I can do it. Once the cell door's open.
You? How?
In the first rush, I take 2, 3, before they get their swords out, pick up their pistols. I'm a good shot.
How good?
I'm better than most of the people here. It's a fact. If I keep moving, I can take the rest one-on-one. It'll be bloody, but it's doable.
You're not thinking. If a fight even starts, you'd be finished. When that alarm goes, your odds are just about 0. Me? I just keep quiet. Slip by when no one's looking. Take as long as it takes.
Either way, you'd have to be lucky. And a complete madman.
You'd have to be Corvo, in other words.
Why is no one making rounds over there? detector got out. Someone...
Lock a cell because they paid off a guard.
It makes sense to the Lord Regent's office.
Pay the guards more.
This controls all the cell doors. What happened here?
Is she strapped in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Comfortable? All right, we'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in? One of the guards? Nothing? All right. Corporal, use the hammer. That's right, the smaller one. Can't really tell if she felt that. Don't want to break anything. Let's try again. How did you... Wait. You hear a kind of ringing in your ears? What's happening to her face? Is she going to... Oh no! Oh no! Shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot!
Get out of here, I'm gonna tear you apart. You hear me? Yeah, whatever. I'm coming for you.
If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna kill you!
Sure you are. Enjoy your dark cell in the meantime.
Bastard. Just you wait. You messed with the wrong guy.
Shut up already.
Where's Harold? He's not in his cell.
Check the log. We've been moving people around to make room for the politicals.
This never happened under the Empress.
Someone will hear you. And it wasn't easy with the Empress around. She'd hold inspections with the Royal Protector trailing after her.
I wish we'd taken care of him. He knows our faces. He could come back any time.
This better be worth it.
He's afraid. Otherwise, he'd come here and settle it himself.
Running around the city in a mask, executing people he doesn't like. You're crazy.
I'm telling you, it's him.
No. I've seen him. Remember? At the riots.
What was he like?
Cold. Thoughtful, almost. I bet when he left here, no one saw a thing. Not until their neck snapped.
That was then. You're forgetting about the Empress. That was when he had something to lose.
People don't change that much.
Oh, yes they do. You just haven't been there to see it happen.
Lizzy.
I'm not telling you shit. Wait, who?
Dowd.
Is that right? Whoever sent you, I'll pay double.
I've come to break you out. You can owe me the favor.
What kind of favor?
Doesn't matter. You'll be dead in another day here.
What kind?
It's just a boat trip. Upriver. Past the blockades.
Then you're out of luck. My boat, the Undine, now it belongs to someone else. My second-in-command double-crossed me and took it. A little shit named Edgar Wakefield.
It's a situation I'm familiar with. Can you walk?
Get me out of this damn thing and I'll fly. I can pay you to get rid of Wakefield.
It'll be my pleasure. Come on.
I'll just get my tiara. Pull that lever. It'll undo the shackles. Down. I think I...
I'll have to carry her out.
When I find you, it's going to be bad.
All cells in Section B are under quarantine until further notice.
She's beaten, but not dead. See that her wounds get attention.
It will be done.
All quiet, sir. Ready to go.
Let's go. Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Drapers' Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where 2 street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzy's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzy Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And the riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the Dead Eels. They're fighting in the streets.
Drapers' Ward ain't yours! I got here first!
Bring out the geezer!
We've been here 8 years! We ain't leaving!
When's your old man coming out to fight?
We've been making something for you, little eels!
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Crawl back to the river! You ain't a real gang! You're just a bunch of mudlarks!
Come on and fight! Or are you too busy making dresses?
Somebody get over here to lift your corpse! Come on, let's get this guy! come and get me? Or won't your mommy let you?
You guys take orders from Trimble now, is that it? A nurse? You gonna teat on him?
Hatters! Now and forever!
I'll cut you up like a slaughterhouse whale. You hear me?
Are you missing something, little Eels?
I got a little something for you. Might burn a little, though.
Drive her back into the river!
Drapers Ward is our place now.
Come on,
You'll
let's
sleep
get
in the
this!
Riverfront tonight.
Cry for mom! Piss pop!
I admit, I'm stymied. I thought dragging it up out of the mud was the hard part, but I had no idea how to open it.
Hammers?
Really? Look at that thing. You think hammers will break it open?
Explosives.
Sure. The sound brings everyone running. Then we gotta share. And what if it costs some meals, huh?
There must be a way. Think what could be in there.
You know what would be funny? If it wasn't locked.
What? Of course it's locked. Look at it.
You mean you haven't even tried it?
What do you think I am? Stupid?
What?
Let me go. You won, all right?
Say it! Dead eels eat shit and like it. Say it and I'll let you live. Wait! Okay. Hatters eat shit and like it!
Those were your last words.
I thought I was finished. They'll never believe who saved me.
Welcome to the Drapers Ward Salvage and Resale, or the Black Market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Drapers Ward, all for sale. A sweet lady named Abigail left a little something for you. How did she know you were coming here? I have no idea. It's in my safe. Please, take it away. I've had nightmares since it arrived here. Say, would you consider doing a job for me? There's a man whose debt to me is well past due.
I'm not a bill collector.
I don't want the money. I want his head. I pay you well. And you can use the money to buy things from me.
I'll do it.
Huh. Thank you. Skinflint is a chain smoker. He likes to light up in the old canal tunnel and play Nancy for coin. I'd start there. Make an example of him.
Got it. Now let me see what you've got.
Please, take your pick. How did it pass me by? All the others down.
Did you see his face when he asked for the money back? Like he was going to start begging.
And Wakefield just looks at him, like he doesn't even understand what's happening. Hilarious.
I can't believe Lizzy held us back all these years. This is living.
Who are you? Are you with her?
With her?
Delilah. Are you with her? No, but you don't have any roses.
What can you tell me about Delilah?
I used to make clothing for the Caldwins, you see. I adored them, especially young, precocious Emily. She was such a delight. Did you ever meet the Empress? She was so special. And I was able to count her among my friends. I had a lock of hair from young Emily, a keepsake given to me by the family when my hands grew too stiff and clumsy to work the needle. I have treasured it so.
And Delilah?
She visited me here. Such a surprise to see her, all grown up, so serious. Did you know she was once a playmate of Jessamine's? Before she was Empress, when they were both little. I thought it was a cordial visit at first, but it turned frightening.
What happened?
She made things come out of the shadows, long and grasping. I can still feel the cold on my neck. I sound mad, don't I? Perhaps I am. She questioned me and left me propped in the corner like a bolt of cloth. I couldn't move for 3 nights while she made the horrid markings you see now. Then she stole my only keepsake, my lock of hair from dear, sweet Emily. Ah, Emily, where are you? Damn that Corvo, and damn Delilah. Emily, she was such a sweet girl. I think Delilah may be insane. Gangs here leave me alone. Probably because Mortimer Hatt used to respect my work in better days. Down with sickness.
hard, man, but he's not as fun as Lizzy. Lizzy enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzy never drowned victims in a sack. Could still see him squirming for air.
Yeah. How's he gonna top that? Who would have thought? Bandit Montaigne on a boat in Dunwall. A long way from Karnaca.
Edgar Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the Eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
There's the boat. Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks. Whatever I do to him, it will be a mercy compared to what Lizzy has in mind.
Can't believe we're missing the Boyle party. Luxury. Sitting next to the river. Or canal at least. Just waiting to be taken.
All those prancing nobles in their fancy masks. Strip them of their jewels and set them on fire. Finest time in the world.
Drown them. Drowning's worse.
Set on fire's worse.
Drowned is worse.
You ever see a man set on fire? What does he do? He jumps in the water.
Very funny.
I hear Lord Shaw is making his way to the party by boat, with only 2 bodyguards.
What? How do you hear things like that?
I have some connections.
What the?
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
Two butchers came here looking for work, crying about their warehouse.
What'd you tell them?
Laughed in their faces. Everyone knows they're scum. Besides, they couldn't stop talking about killing Dowd. And that's an enemy we don't need.
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling of eyes on me. I looked up on the roof of that building over there and...
There was a lady up there, right? I seen her too. Just staring. Then she was...
gone. In a wink. Yeah. We've seen the same thing.
Should we tell the others about it?
No. The others might think we're seeing things. First sign of the plague, from what I hear.
This is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us.
This is the Dowd I remember. Corvo left his mark on Cold Ridge, but they won't soon forget you either. What a relief. Life has been remarkably grim in Dunwall lately. This business with the Eels might call for a little more diplomacy. But in the long view, a smoking ruin makes as good a monument as any.
Lizzy's boat is smaller than I remember.
You're Dowd. What brings you here?
Lizzy Stride owes me a favor.
I'm sorry to hear that. You see, the Watch picked her up. I'm trying to hold things together while she's in Coldridge. I'm awfully busy at the moment.
I won't take too much of your time, but there's the matter of that favor.
Yeah? What exactly does she owe you for?
First, for getting her out of Coldridge. Second, for what's about to happen right now. Time to signal Lizzy.
Lizzy's Stride is assuming control of the dead Eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield set me up to be taken by the City Watch, and you followed him. Took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But the following people each owe me a finger. Logan, Douglas, Bang Bang, Ferris, Pigface, the Bakers, and Annabelle.
Shit.
2 from you, Annabelle. Have a good night. That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is. What's this one?
The geezer's about 100 years old by now. He's got it rigged so that if he dies, the whole place gets gassed. So they're real careful around him. Got him a nurse and everything. Maybe you can cut a deal for that engine coil. Turn on the charm. One of the Hatters gave me their door password in exchange for keeping the rest of his fingers. It's whalebone. I never got to use it on account of the gas. And being in jail.
Just be ready to move when I get back.
I knew I could rely on you. I'll even forgive you for not making him suffer more.
Just get me upriver.
I'm not saying don't kill the geezer. Just don't be stupid about it. Engine coils are hard to find now. Most of them were scavenged for scrap when the blockade started. Who is your second? Billy? Benny? How'd that turn out? Without that engine coil, we're stuck here.
Picked up anything?
Shut up.
Outsider ain't real. What'd I see Dowd do then?
Just because he can do strange things doesn't mean there's an invisible man watching us. I'll ask him how he does it.
Are you crazy? Don't you dare. We're not going about this right. We kill them one at a time, maybe they kill one of us. We're not making any headway.
What would you suggest?
Find one Hatter, cut the skin off him, leave him for the rest to find. The acid flasks are brilliant. We should have had them years ago.
Funny. Point a gun at a skimmer and he gets all puffed up sometimes. But threaten him with acid and he'll cry like a baby.
There's just something about your skin melting off that's more intimidating. Looks like the end for you, fancy boy.
2-on-1, huh? If I had a blade, I'd gut both of you in a heartbeat.
Well, you don't. And we do.
Kill him, Sammy.
Calm down, boy. You gotta learn to savor the kill.
Shit!
Die, you bastard!
That's what happens when you tangle with a dead eel.
The city even smells rotten.
I'm almost out of bullets.
Don't worry. Fry Jerome's in the apartment up there.
I heard he was a cheat. Lend me just a few.
And get caught out when the dead eels come across the canal? No thanks. Every man...
Had her pride. I'm touched.
What's the password?
Whalebone.
Come in, Hatter.
Sir, the Hatters are using the textile machines to make shrouds for the plague dead.
Now we know why they took the engine coil.
The man who runs the Hatters is more cunning than he looks. He can flood this place with a toxic gas. In time, it'll eat through our air filters. You may have to make a deal.
Who just went through here?
The Empress did. She had Corvo Atano with her. They weren't wearing no clothes.
Keep your hat on. I was just asking.
Just because you're in charge of the gate, it don't mean the rest of us are idiots.
Yeah? Well, since you're such a genius, it ought to be real easy to see who it was. So go check it out.
Fine. I don't know why you're worried about nothing.
Didn't think I'd ever see you again. After you helped us escape the slaughterhouse, I got a job here running the looms. They got us working around the clock, making shrouds for all of the plague victims. Kinda makes me sick. But they have to come from somewhere, I guess.
How do I get into the engine room?
It's down in the basement, but you can't get in without the combination.
And where would I find that?
Nurse Trimble. He takes care of the geezer. But I'd bet my broom handle that's only half the story. See, the geezer's supposed to be the boss, but Trimble never lets anyone near him. claims it's for his health. I'm sure the geezer knows the combination too, except Fat Chance talking to him alone. Only time Nurse Trimble leaves is to check the lab equipment he's got upstairs.
Thanks for the help.
The only other person I've seen go into the engine room is the mechanic, but he went into the sewers and hasn't come back since. I'm going home. I hope I still have a job after you do whatever you came to do. Maybe you can find a way to talk to the geezer alone. Good luck, Dowd. Half the city's dead. Won't make it 3 more months.
Wakefield's miscalculated badly. I predicted this would happen, of course. A man like Wakefield knows which end of a knife is for stabbing, but not much else. What's that? Oh, stop complaining, old man. I'm giving you a legacy. What were the Hatters before I arrived? I'll tell you. A shadow of their former selves. The butt of numerous jokes, in fact. Why did the Hatter piss in his own hat? What did the Hatter do with his last bullet? And so on. The answers aren't worth repeating. Leadership. That's what was missing. What with the embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Bottle Street Boys of all things. There now. You mustn't become agitated. You'll inflame your arteries, which will only cause you unneeded agony. I can ease the pain, but only if you promise to behave yourself. No? Ah, that reminds me. I must see Jerome about getting more Oxrush. I'm fresh out.
My name's Dowd. I'm looking for Lizzy Stride's missing engine coil. I'm giving you a chance to make a deal.
Yes, sir. Very reasonable offer. Geezer here says you're in luck. We only need that engine coil because someone shut off the flow that turns our water wheel. I sent men into the sewers to restore the flow, and not one of them came back. But what stopped them won't be a problem for the famous Dowd, will it? When the water flows, I'll give you the engine coil. Here's the key to the sewer entrance, and it's a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Dowd. The Hatters will behave themselves, as long as you keep your end of the bargain, Dowd. I lost a man named Pete down there. Keep an eye out. The Eels could be on watch in there. Those sewers date back to well before the Kaldwin dynasty. No telling what's in there. I'm sure the great Dowd isn't afraid of what's down there.
No. I can't.
Please don't disturb him. Our chief needs his rest.
If you...
Dowd. I have Mr. Hat on very strict bed rest. I'll have to ask you to leave him alone. Please. The treatment is at a very delicate phase. Any disruption could kill him. Keep away from him, or I'll have you removed by force. Last warning.
This guy never made it back. Wonder if he's still down there. Got good handwriting, which makes me distrust him.
You should get where you're going, little man. He's supposed to be scary.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness.
Doubt you'll be needing this again.
She's auditioning for the Dunwall Opera. More like the Golden Cat. She caught that hatter easy enough.
That fool. What if Dowd comes this way? He won't fall for a pretty face and a few tears.
Then so much for our little sister. But we'll make sure the job is done. Delilah wants us out of the way when her little ritual is all said and done.
Why?
Don't be dense. She's afraid of us. When the change comes, she'll only want the weaker sisters nearby.
That makes no sense. Power flows from Delilah. Without her, we'd be reduced to dancing under the moon, parlor tricks. You must be wrong.
Why else would she put us here, right in his path? I wish he'd hurry up and come already.
Delilah knows you're coming, cutting a bloody path through the city in search of her. Your nastiest work in years. She's afraid of you. But Delilah's a brilliant woman. Her coven is rising, with her as the night star to guide them. And once she's hatched her new schemes, she'll have a different kind of power. An empire instead of a coven. I wish you luck. I don't decide who wins and whose body gets tossed in the river to rot. But I do enjoy watching.
I was looking for my little boy. He's not well, and I fell down here. I hurt my leg. Hello? You're not a weeper, are you? I think I can walk if you'll just help me up.
Clever.
I almost had you, Dowd. You could have had an easy death.
Tell me what Delilah's doing at Brigmore.
Why ask? When the change comes, you won't even notice. You'll never even know how we won. But when Delilah sits the secret throne, our reign will never end.
That's enough.
The gangs are at each other's throats. Dowd is mired here. You'll have the time you need. And the portrait of the girl, is it? Excuse me, my lady. You're right. I should not have asked.
Dowd. Lurk told me you wouldn't give up. Even as she knelt before me and gave me all your secrets. I know what you're doing, Dowd. I know what that mark on your hand is. Just like the one on mine. I know everything you can do, and it won't matter. 4 of us chosen, but history will only remember one. Delilah.
If they remember any of us.
whole place is gone.
It's done. But I don't think you'll see your men again.
Caesar says a deal's a deal. The code is 669. All due respect, we've got a business to run here. I told the men to lay off you, but I wouldn't wear out my welcome. Tell your friend, Lizzy Stride, to watch her back. The Eels are lucky Geezer knows how to make a bargain.
Tremble. To think I live to see your corpse. What a sweet sight. Dowd, I guess you got what you came for. And you snake. You and Tremble, peas in a pod. You can both rot. You did it. You're a mystery, Dowd. I hope you mix that antitoxin, or you're coming with me. Fighting. Wonder how long that'll last.
I don't know who you are, but I don't want any trouble.
You must be Skin, Flint.
Yeah. Why?
You should pay your debts. Soon. I've been talking to Jerome.
I understand. You bet, mister. I'm gonna do that. Thanks for letting me slide on this.
You should get where you're going, little man.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness. I hope you're keeping my little job in mind.
Skinflint is dead.
Delightful. As agreed, your reward. The best of Draper's Ward, all for sale.
We take on the Bottle Street boys next, maybe. Pick up a few more blocks of territory.
Just because we're not fighting the Hatters doesn't mean I trust them.
You're not seeing the opportunity here. We could wind up owning half this city.
Blood in the streets. Reminds me of the Bottle Street mess we got into once.
The geezer mentioned you before he died.
He's really gone?
What's it matter?
Nothing. He was just a cracked old man. Reattach that coil, and we'll start upriver tonight. You are an endless source of adventure, Dowd. Please, do the honors, Dowd. Fire up the engine from the bridge. Get us underway. I'm ready to put Cold Ridge far behind us.
The Brigmores were an ancient family, bankrupted a generation ago. Since then, the Manor has housed 2 street gangs, a smuggling ring, innumerable rats, and the Brigmore witches. I'd always left them alone, but now a painter named Delilah had taken up witchcraft and formed a coven. She was trying something. A ritual. But what kind? The outsider knows. I cannot abide a mystery.
I scouted, sir. They've locked the front, and I've seen evidence of snares. Also, maybe it's nothing, but I spotted several statues of the woman Delilah. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
It means trouble. Anything else?
They're getting in and out of the house somehow, but I haven't spotted it. Sorry, sir. Best I can do.
Good enough. I'll take it from here.
Strange doings, sir. I killed a hound in the yard, and it got straight back up and went for me. I had to crush its skull, to be sure. Everything is in order, sir.
Don't think I'm on your side, because I'm not. If you raise a hand to any of my sisters but Delilah, you'll answer to me.
Understood. What have you got?
When her ritual's done, Emily Caldwin's mind will be gone, and Delilah will look out through her eyes the rest of her life.
And Delilah will rule as Empress.
That's up to you. I've got my money. That's all I need.
Wait, what about a way in?
Use the crypt. There's a lever that opens one of the tombs. The lever is kept in the shed. That's all I can tell you.
I never see this place without thinking of what we found here. So tragic.
So mawkish, more like. Why do you obsess about that butler and his tramp?
He drowned thinking of his love.
He was a thief. He drowned thinking of what Lord Brigmore would do if he was caught.
I like to imagine he was more devoted than that.
He's still there, you know, rotting in the water. Why don't you go and give him a kiss? There's not much left of his face, but you can always imagine there's more.
Why do you ruin everything?
Dowd. I grow sick of this assassin. The other sisters speak of him with a tiny shudder of awe in their voices, like stupid schoolgirls.
Don't worry, love. The hounds will warn us, or the statues. And then we'll descend on him like a murder of crows, and we'll pick his bones clean.
thought the flooded district was run down.
Informs me they've caught Melina in the dark. I need to tell Delilah.
Didn't you hear? She finished painting the air. It's flawless. She's begun the final phase.
Then she's in the void already.
Yes, it won't be long now. All of our patience and work will be rewarded. But what happened to Melina? Is she...
Don't worry. She made them pay first.
Don't make me... eat anymore. I can't. Brother Marcus, I denounce the Abbey. Wandering gaze, lying tongue, restless hands, roving feet, rabbit. The 7 strictures are 7 lies. The High Overseer is the whelp of a wolfhound bitch. The 7 strictures are 7 lies. 7 lies. 7 lies.
What happened to you?
I denounce the oracles. The oracles. They saw. The Cauldron girl is the key. The girl in the painting.
Where's Delilah? So Delilah wants to use Emily to become Empress.
Evie, I'm glad I found you. Is the painting of the void sealed?
Yes. I put the lantern back in Our Lady's studio. It'll be ready when she calls.
But I don't think Delilah will return this way. When she calls us, it will be to Dunwall Tower.
Probably true.
Evie, may I confess something to you? Promise not to tell the others.
Of course. You can always confide in me.
When I was in the studio, I painted the mark on my hand, just to see. It was foolish, I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Never be ashamed of your ambition. It's why she chose you.
Thank you. Your words are always exactly what I need, Evie. If only my birth sisters had been more like you.
Well, if they had, they'd still be alive, wouldn't they? Rothwild's slaughterhouse was destroyed in a fire.
Gangs, perhaps. Or do you think that could have been Dowd?
Rothwild was the one who bought that ship, the Delilah. But why burn the slaughterhouse down? Dowd was never so flamboyant. Too much attention.
Maybe he's getting reckless, getting old. We don't know much about him.
No, we don't. No women in Dowd's house, except the one, that Billy Lurk. And she was very careful.
Brewing the elixir again. Really, sister. You ought to have a mind on more important things. One of my dear sisters has wandered away from me. It pains me that I cannot be at Delilah's side during the final moments of the ritual. She's alone. What if something goes wrong? Who will help her? Doesn't it worry you?
You underestimate our great lady's resourcefulness. She is not alone. Not entirely.
Statues. Of course.
They're more than statues. She's put her will in them. And in the void, their power is much greater. Do not fret, sweet Tilda. Lady Delilah needs you to be strong and steadfast. This is no time to wilt like a summer daisy.
I won't. Forgive me, sister. You're right.
You have many talents, Dowd, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. You see it now. Emily's life hangs in the balance, and Delilah's, and the fate of an empire. The end is coming, and it's been glorious to watch you throw your will against the machinery you set into motion. All things end. All things burn to ash. But you, my friend, burn bright.
The void. Time to see what you've really got, Delilah.
Emily Kaldwin, daughter of Jessamine Kaldwin, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you from the void. I call you with ochre from Morley, carmine beetle shells, zirconin lazurite, viridian bile. The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician chalk. The same loom that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas. I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp. Emily, you cannot ignore me. My power is too deep, my reach too long. Brush touches paint. Brush touches canvas. Brush touches void. And now I see you, Emily Kaldwin. I breathe your breath. I can feel what you do. Bright mornings in the pub. I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep. And the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye touches the mind touches the void. Feel your love for Corvo Atana and your lost mother, for your caretaker Callista. I feel your fear in the night, your hunger to learn, to become someone important. My hunger too, my fear. You are becoming mine. We are nearly finished.
She's not watching the painting.
Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now. Paint flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out
The old inn.
Another killing.
Are you hoping? No! You can't do this! She took my life.
Perhaps painting would serve better. No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy, made my living as a killer, one of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes. Surprise for you. I asked for my life. When I killed your empress and took her daughter, something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How Dowd, the legendary assassin, spent his last days doing whatever it took to save Emily Caldwin, defied the keepers of Coldridge Prison, faced down gang leaders and the terrors of Brigmore Manor. And with the end coming, you cut a savage swath through Dunwall, blood and terror, for the fate of the Empire. A story never to be told. And you leave the ending up to Corvo. That's courage. You make your own choice and accept the price.